Welcome to the analysis of one of the most well known and celebrated romantic poems, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, written by William Wordsworth, the father of Romanticism. The written analysis of this poem is also available on our website, the link of which is given in the description box below. One of the key features of Romanticism is the glorification of nature, which is reflected in this poem as well. In the poem, we shall be talking about the introduction of the poem, the summary, the structure, and the theme of the poem, along with the poetic devices that are used in the poem. Now, let's read the text of the poem first. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 I saw at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon the inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart fills with pleasure and dances with the daffodils. I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud is also known as Daffodils. It is a lyric poem which was written by William Wordsworth. In the poem Daffodils, Wordsworth describes a scene which he had an opportunity to look at. In the poem, there is a valley where there are fields of daffodils. The main theme of the poem is the beauty of nature, which the Romantics loved and admired. The use of figurative language made it more appealing to the readers. The poem is subjective because it expresses the feelings of the poet himself, one of the key characteristics of Romanticism. To summarize the poem, the poet shares with us his enticing experience of the sight of beautiful daffodils. He states that once he was walking in the countryside, he suddenly came across a large number of daffodils growing along the bank of a lake. The flowers were in flooded bloom, the cool breeze was blowing, the daffodils were moving and dancing in the breeze. The sight delighted and fascinated the poet, and he looked at the flowers for a long time. This sight left a lasting impression on his memory. As a result, whenever he is alone or is in a sad mood, the same sight comes into his imagination. The poet's heart is filled with pleasure. This experience has become a permanent source of pleasure for the poet. Talking about the theme of the poem, the main theme of the poem Daffodils is the beauty of nature. How satisfying and peaceful it is just to watch those beautiful daffodils dance. It can even calm your mind when you think of it long after they go out of sight. Coming towards the structure of the poem is divided into 4 stanzas. Each stanza consists of 6 lines. Each line of the poem is metered in an iambic tetrameter. The rhyme scheme of the poem is AB, AB, CC and is followed throughout the poem. Coming towards the poetic devices that are used in the poem, the first poetic device that we shall discuss is simile, which is comparison of two unlike things by using like or as. In the following line, for example, I wandered lonely as a cloud, the poet has compared himself with a cloud by using the word as. Next is personification, which is giving human attributes to non-human things. In the following lines, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, the poet has given daffodils human attributes like fluttering and dancing. Next is hyperbole, which is exaggeration of ideas. In the line 10,000 I saw at a glance, the poet has exaggerated the number of the daffodils. Now, the written explanation of this poem is also available on our website, and you are more than welcome over there. See ya!